Abby Lee Miller is not a stranger in the entertainment industry, and she's definitely not a stranger when it comes to scandals and controversies. In this video, we'll have a look at her dark past and possibly darker future. But before we begin, subscribe to Riveted and turn on the notification to stay up to date on all of our videos. Background. Everyone starts from somewhere, and Abby Lee Miller is not an exception. We don't know if Abby has always been mean, or she just picked up the attitude in Dance Moms, but we know that she has always been overly ambitious. She grew up around dance in Penn Hills, Pennsylvania, a Pittsburgh suburb, studying under her mother's direction at the Mary and Lorraine Dance Studio. Her mom never wanted Abby to dance professionally, but she allowed her to take lessons in the dance studio. However, Abby's interest in dance grew, and she was only a 14-year-old teenager when she opened her first dance company, the Abby Lee Dance Company. According to her cast profile, the infamous instructor estimates that she's taught somewhere between 3,000 and 4,000 students since opening her first dance studio in 1980. You can bet that all the 3,000 plus people have a story to tell. If you are one of these people, let us know your experience with a dance instructor in the comments section below. Okay, moving on. She is not accepted in the world of dance. Abby was involved in her first controversy almost as soon as she started her dance career. She became certified by Dance Masters of America and became a member of Dance Masters of Pennsylvania, Chapter No. 10 in 1986. But her membership was terminated in February of 2012, with DMA saying Miller's reality TV show Dance Moms was a total misrepresentation of their dance educators and their students and is detrimental to the dance profession. Of course, that didn't stop her from pursuing her dreams, and Abby actually did remarkably well even after her membership was canceled. She envied her dancers. In 2011, Miller began to appear on the Lifetime reality TV show Dance Moms and appeared on the show for 7 seasons throughout February of 2017. In July 2018, Miller announced a return for Season 8 of Dance Moms, and Dance Moms Resurrection premiered in June 4, 2019 on Lifetime. During her era in Dance Moms, critics said that Abby Miller chose to train because she was not a performer. They also said that she was envious of the kids because they were more successful than she was, hence the unnecessarily harsh treatment on the show. However, Abby denied these allegations that she was envious of the young dancers. According to Miller, she didn't resort to being a dance instructor because she couldn't make it as a performer. Instead, she decided to pursue a career teaching dance because she didn't want to be a performer and still doesn't. She's worse than you think. You probably believe that Abby is one of the meanest people you have ever seen on reality TV. Okay, take the meanness in your head and multiply it by 100. Guess what? That's not even half of how mean she actually is. In an interview with Australia daytime show Studio 10, Jill Vertes, Kendall's mom, got real about Abby's behavior on and off camera. She said, "People think that it's got to be for the cameras, and it's not. It's really who she is." She went on, pointing to the dancers and saying, "You can all attest that she would be worse when the cameras were off because she really doesn't want everybody to hate her." During a tour for the Irreplaceables, the dancers and the moms also said that Abby Lee was not in studio half of the time. The show made it look like she was always there, but in reality, they would spend hours waiting for Abby to arrive. The other moms and dancers have given horrifying accounts of how mean Abby was to them behind the cameras. In fact, some of them can't even stand her to date. Her favorite child hates her. Abby doesn't have kids of her own, but she has always said that her trainees are like her children, and she is never scared of favoring her best dancers. Fans of the show know that one of her favorites throughout the season was Maddie Ziegler. When Ziegler finally made the move to leave the series after season 6 and work more closely with the singer Sia as her mentor, she told 17 that she was finally free. And it appeared that her leaving behind the reality TV series was also her step toward leaving behind Miller's stressful ways. Maddie made a name for herself for her dance skills, but she also wrote a best-selling book, The Maddie Diaries. The book recounts her experience on the show and her life with her current mentor, Sia. While many read the memoir and expected Ziegler to dish about Miller, she actually didn't mention her at all. Instead, the young dancer recounted a few darker moments from the show. It was especially a slap in the face to Abby, as Maddie had clearly been her favorite student in their happier days, a fact that the other moms frequently complained about. After the book dropped, Abby said that she was very disappointed when Maddie failed to mention how Dance Moms shaped her career even though they had bad days. Shading Kenzie Ziegler. Maddie was Abby's favorite dancer, but we can barely say the same about her sister Kenzie. She constantly compared the sisters and made Kenzie feel like she was never good enough. In fact, Abby made it clear that she was never a big fan of Kenzie even after Dance Moms. In 2018, she sent a message to a Dance Moms group chat where she made some uncalled-for comments about Kenzie's stint on Dancing with the Stars Juniors. Abby asked the group chat, "Why would an amazing dancer be an amateur on a talent competition with children who never danced? Can anyone answer that?" Abby Lee also recently mocked Kenzie's budding singing career in a YouTube video, and Kenzie responded by saying, "Love when people can't keep my name out of their mouth just to stay relevant." Kenzie's mom, Melissa Gassoni, also wasn't happy with Abby's comment either. She wrote, "Nice that a grown adult can still try to bully a kid. Grow the hell up." Honestly, we don't understand how Abby Lee Miller still has beef with some of the former dancers. Losing weight. At some point in Abby's career, she lost a significant amount of weight, and people came up with various reasons. Abby, on the other hand, said she lost weight when she was taking care of her mom. As you may be aware, Abby lost her mother, and the experience was devastating for her because her mom was her greatest cheerleader. She said that caring for her ailing mother during the last 6 months of her life took a toll on her health, both physically and emotionally. She detailed to Extra how, towards the end of her mother's life, she couldn't even handle the smell of food without becoming ill. However, many speculated Miller had undergone lap band surgery to lose the pounds, which wasn't the case in 2015. But in 2017, Abby revealed her plans to go through with gastric sleeve surgery that would remove 80% of her stomach. Before the procedure, Miller told ET that her former Dance Moms producers were partially to blame for keeping her overweight, claiming that they would offer her a hoagie sandwich or Italian sub, even though she was trying to be vegan. The Highland lawsuit. The first lawsuit by the Highlands filed in 2013 came in the form of a $5 million lawsuit, including claims of emotional distress and assault after a violent and televised altercation between Miller and Highland's mom, Kelly Highland. Kelly dropped the charges against Miller on one occasion. The show had to pay to have Highland's floors replaced due to damage suffered during production. Then there was a second lawsuit from the family in 2015. Paige Highland filed the suit and alleged that Miller had engaged in conduct that caused her to reasonably believe that she was about to be touched or harmed in an offensive manner. TMZ got the details of the lawsuit, which claimed that she and the girls were subjected to everything from verbal attacks on their appearance to physical abuse, adding Miller had pinched her dancers so hard they bled. Since there was no evidence, the case was dropped, but the girls still talk about their horrible experience while at the show. Going to jail. In December 2010, Miller filed for bankruptcy after owing more than $400,000 in taxes to the IRS. Soon afterwards, she was hired for Dance Moms, with filming beginning in spring of 2011. Episodes began airing in July of 2011, and Miller's financial situation improved, but she started having legal problems in 2014. Miller was indicted by a Pittsburgh grand jury on bankruptcy fraud charges. She stood accused of hiding upwards of $750,000 in secret bank accounts after lying about her income so that she could file for bankruptcy. The investigation started when a judge overseeing her bankruptcy case noticed some discrepancies and started an investigation through the U.S. attorney. She later pleaded guilty to what turned into 20 accounts of fraud. Miller received her sentencing over a year later in May of 2017, 1 year and 1 day in federal prison, followed by 2 years of supervised release. She almost died. Miller was rushed to the emergency room for a spinal cord surgery during the early morning hours of April 17, 2018 for a mystery spinal infection, and it was a lengthy 4-hour surgery. Just 1 day after Miller's life-saving surgery, the star was hit with a devastating diagnosis: cancer. According to Dr. Melamed, Miller's mystery spinal infection was actually a type of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, noting that the diagnosis was preliminary and pending pathology and oncology results. Calling out Dance Moms. On March 2017, Miller made some major headlines when she took to Instagram to announce her departure from Dance Moms. She wrote, "I will no longer take part in Dance Moms. I don't have a problem working with any kid. I just have a problem with being manipulated, disrespected, and used by men who never took a dance lesson in their lives." Miller claimed the producers gave other people creative credit for her ideas, staged drama in front of paying clients who weren't a part of the Dance Moms franchise, and expected her to participate in meetings and pre-production without compensating her for her time. Officially canceled by Lifetime. Perhaps one of the biggest hits on Abby in the recent months has been her show's Cancellation on Lifetime. The network is not going forward with the planned Abby's virtual dance-off competition reality series announced in April, and Miller won't be returning to Dance Moms if the series that made her a star is renewed for a 9th season. The action was triggered by an Instagram message by Adriana Smith, mother of Dance Moms Season 8 dancer Cameron, in response to Miller's Blackout Tuesday IG post in support of Black Lives Matter. Adriana noted that it was the perfect time to address her racist experience with Abby Lee Miller and detailed some of the things that she went through. She also said her daughter had overheard Miller saying that the only reason Cameron was on the show was for a sprinkle of color. Another Dance Moms parent, Camille Bridges, accused Miller of promoting racial stereotypes, saying that Miller tried to spin Cameron as being the poor one and there on scholarship, and she continuously put Cameron in afros. In response, Abby posted an apology which read, "I realize that racism can come not just from hate, but also from ignorance. No matter the cause, it is harmful, and it is my fault. While I cannot change the past or remove the harm I've done, I promise to educate myself, learn, grow, and do better. While I hope to one day earn your forgiveness, I recognize that words alone aren't enough. I understand it takes time and genuine change." Reposting Miller's apology, Smith said that she did not accept it because she didn't think it was sincere. She added that she fully supports and stands by Nia, Cameron, and Nakia, as well as any others who have been victims of racism at the hands of Abby Lee Miller or in the industry. The allegations clearly impacted her career, and we don't know how she plans on bouncing back, considering her very problematic past. Well, that's it from us for today, but we'd love to know your views on Abby Lee Miller. Sound off in the comments section below. This has been Riveted, and we publish amazing videos daily.